Hey, I want to talk about a missed opportunity that I had to make life like a game. So, I was in Istanbul, Turkey, former Constantinople, and I got off the airport and I got on the shuttle and I went straight to the hotel and then straight to bed because I was very exhausted and sick. And so I didn't get to take in the landscape. It's a beach area where there's water all the way around, very fortressy, very siegeable, right? And you also have these kind of Middle Eastern kind of buildings there, but they're more modernized with more kind of, I would want to say, not Victorian, but for the sake of this, Victorian architecture. And I remember going outside of my hotel for the first time, and they're very nice hotels. They're, well, very nice in the sense of very ancient. Like, I feel like 1950s hotels with Victorian aesthetics and like a little bit of wear and tear from probably the First World War, but also just, it being 100 years has passed, right? Or 200 years has passed since they've been made, right? If that's even true. I don't know. But basically, I remember going outside, and I don't know if you know this, but in Austin, you have areas that are very hilly on the where the road is very hilly, and it almost had a downward trajectory and then upward a little bit down to the Mediterranean Sea, I believe. I believe that's what sea it was. I can't remember. But and then I remember standing out there and on the porch, meaning going downstairs onto the first level, and I leaned against a post and I looked around, and I just remember it was the first time in my life that I had the emotion of wonder. I believe that now my base emotions are wonder, anger, disgust, sadness, and there's another one. Hang on, let me see. I have it in my ChatGPT. Hey, sorry about that. I went to look at ChatGPT for the fifth emotion, but it turns out that it cuts off the video. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to make the videos total of 3 minutes and 28 seconds. I was watching a YouTube video and on how to, the best length, and I have a hunch that the person was being pompous and they were talking about many different lengths and they're saying a lot of just filler words and of like, well, it could be anything. It could be maybe yours 2 minutes, maybe it's 8 minutes, maybe it's 20, maybe it's an hour, that kind of thing. And I looked at the time length on their video and it was 3 minutes and 28 seconds. They seem the kind of people that would be like doing that to be pompous and be like, well, the ones that really know would know that, of course, the maximum length is the one I make this video. So that's what I'm going to try to shoot for. Yeah, so yeah. So anyway, back to my story, right? Basically, I was outside and I was leaning on the patio porch, and there were these two girls that were going by, and they were obviously backpackers, probably possibly on a pilgrimage. I don't know, right? Or not, right? I like to imagine that they were, and they looked at me, and I missed an opportunity where I could have said to them, "Hey, do you guys want to hang out and like go get a coffee or go get something here?" Because they looked at me, smiled, I looked at them, and they just kept on going. And I was there for something, but I could have done that for a day, for 24 hours, for 36 hours, right? And I could have hung out with them, and it could have been a fun game. I could have tried to fuck them, and yeah, it was just a missed opportunity. So there you go. Treat life like a game.